Oh, I'm live. Hi, everyone. Cheryl Arkle. Hey, what are you reading? This is our favourite segment of the week. Thursdays, 2 p.m. What are you reading? This is where we tell you what we're reading, and you tell us what you're reading. Now, listen. I want to ask everyone a question, and I want you to answer it in the comments. So let's make sure we're all on board. What are you reading? Cheryl Arkle, just waiting for everyone to tune in. And today we're going to be talking about the books that we're reading, but we're also going to be asking you a question. Now, the question is, are you there? Are you listening? The question is, and we might write this in the comments as well, who is your favourite detective character in a book? Who is your favourite detective, right? That's the question, and you need to tell us in comments. Now, I'm really hoping my comments are working here because I'm not quite sure if I can see them. Oh, no, they're coming up now, I think. Yeah. Are they coming up? No, I don't know.
I'm going to poke my head in.
Poke your head in, have a look.
Yeah.
Just set it up for me. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh, we got it. Okay. You know I always need help technically. Anyway, welcome everyone. What are you reading? Cheryl Arkle. This is a show where we tell you what we're reading and you tell us what you're reading. Okay, we're going to start with, we also want to ask you a question. Who is your favourite detective in terms of crime fiction? Not your true life detective, if you've got a favourite one of those. Fiction, crime fiction detective. I've got one, so tell me what yours is. Okay, I'm going to start with the lovely Anita Heiss. I love Anita. She is a great friend to Better Reading, and she's also humanitarian. This is an advanced reading copy, an advanced reading copy. But, you know, we love her, and she wrote the book River of Dreams. I can't pronounce the Aboriginal word, but I'm going to give it a go. Dira Yawawada is this book, and it's called, that means Rise Up. And it's the new fiction book by Anita Heiss. Okay, and that's out now. I've seen Anita traveling right across the country, talking to booksellers. She's out there, she's signing copies. She is bound to be at your local bookstore. So this is the new Anita Heiss. It's a historical novel about resistance, resilience, and love during the frontier wars. And that's her there. Okay, now, is anybody going to tell me what you're reading? Right, we've got Janine. Hi, Janine. She says, lovely to see you, Cheryl. Thank you. Reading The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley and loving it. Hi, Win. Win is reading The Thursday Murder Club Gang. Just finished You Are Here by David Nichols. Loved it from the start to finish. Jane Harvey is reading Dirty Blonde by Lisa Scottolini. Okay, you tell us what you're reading. We're going to tell you what we're reading. But also, in case you missed, we've got a question today. And the question is, who is your favourite detective in crime fiction? Okay, so I'm going to tell you who mine is. I'm going to tell you, I've got two actually. So I'm going to start with the first one, and mine is Jack Reacher out of Lee Child. I know it's predictable. I know that he is really a heartthrob for many people, but I remember reading my first Lee Child and discovering Jack Reacher and having a crush on him, if you like, from that very first book. So Jack Reacher, and who's Tom Cruise? No. Tom Cruise should never have been Jack Reacher, but Jack Reacher is one of my favourite. He's not really a detective, but you know what I mean. He is the main character in the Lee Child stories. So there you go. Tell me who yours is. Do you know another one is Michael Robotham, but not the new. Although I do like the characters in the new book. So that's the new book, Storm Child, and there's two characters in that, which is Evie McCormack and Cyrus Haven. But I'm going back to an earlier Lee Child, where my favourite character with those books was Joe O'Loughlin. Now, Michael has parked Joe O'Loughlin for a moment, and Joe O'Loughlin, the character, got Parkinson's. So I don't know whether he's going to come back. We will be asking him, though, because he was here the other day and he recorded an Authors on Authors. And he's coming back to record another Authors on Authors with JP Pomare. So we love Michael. So they're the two Michael Robothams, the suspect and Storm Child, two different series though. Okay, who is your favourite fictional crime character? Okay, let me see. Where are we? Jane Harvey. We've read yours out. Who's reading Dirty Blonde by Lisa Scottolini. Meryl is reading The Last Chairlift by John Irving. Colleen, hi Colleen. Colleen's reading The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. I love Solari. She's such a brilliant writer and a really wonderful person. Julianne, I have just finished At the Foot of the Cherry Tree by Ali Parker. Colleen says, my favourite detective is Harry Bosch. Yes, he's up there. He is definitely up there. Thanks for that, Colleen. I like Harry as well. Ross is currently reading a book called Persipol's Rising by James Corey. Jill just finished The Mistress of Dara Island by Avril Kenny. We've had Avril Kenny in for a podcast. Okay, lots going on here at the Better Reading Office. I'm here with a whole stack of books. This is what we're reading. So you're going to tell us what you're reading. I'm also in brand, in colour. Do you know, I didn't realise when I wore this top today, this little cardigan, that it was actually Better Reading colours. Who knew? Anyway, so it turns out today that I'm matching the set that we actually film in. All right, everybody at home, welcome. I want to talk about this book, Real Conversations, 5 Steps to Connect with Confidence. And this is by a guy called Mitch Wallace, a young guy. He came into the office the other day, superstar. There's a podcast and that's coming out shortly. But I love talking to him. He really has got some insights into how we connect with people and what a real connection is and what it means and how you connect with people where they need connection. So many tips, so insightful. I really enjoyed it. Listen to the podcast, read the book. It's called Real Conversations, 5 Steps to Connect with Confidence by Mitch, who's a great person. You know who also came in this week? This lovely doctor came in, Dr. Emma Beckett. She is an absolute sweetheart. She came in wearing a dress. Do we have a photo of that? She came in wearing a dress that was photos of her book printed on the, you know, so I don't know how to say that, but do you know what I mean? Her fabric was her cover art, if you like. Anyway, she looked gorgeous. Her name is Emma Beckett. And she is talking about really largely our relationship with food. And it's not really about what we're eating, it's why we're eating it. Really positive body image and all sorts of things. We had a great conversation. I actually talked to her about making English muffins because I bought some at the supermarket the other day and they were dreadful. But anyway, she said not everyone's up for baking, and I know that. But if I buy something that I don't like, or, you know, it tastes too much like chemicals, I'm going to try making it at home. But anyway, there you go. That's a conversation we had. Look out for the podcast. Okay, what else have we got? Let me see. Melissa says, hi, Cheryl. And Melissa's reading The Studio Girls by Lisa Ireland, who we adore. We just love Lisa Ireland. Carolyn, hi. Carolyn listened to the audiobook of Becoming, written and narrated by Michelle Obama. I loved that narrative. I really enjoyed listening to Michelle tell that story. And you obviously did too, Carolyn. Such a wonderful book. I truly loved it and cannot praise it enough. And I agree with you. I really felt that when that audiobook finished, that was such a shame because I was going to not be able to talk to my friend every day. And my friend was Michelle Obama. And anyway, there you go. That's what the power of audio. It's Michelle reading her own memoir. It's just fabulous. Okay, The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. That's by Anna Johnson. And Anna recorded a podcast with me. This is her new book. It's a debut book, really beautiful. And the podcast is out now. And I know a lot of you have read this already. So let me know what you thought. I've got books all over the place, but I'm going to get to them. Oh, Jodie Picoult, right? So here we have Jodie Picoult. She's in town at the moment. You might have seen her on Instagram. This is her new book. It's called By Any Other Name. And really, I mean, look at this cover, absolutely gorgeous. It's two women centuries apart, and one is the real author of Shakespeare's play, and the other is forced to hide behind another name to make her voice heard. Now, we've been talking about historical fiction and how a lot of historical fiction has really given a voice to women that were forgotten in history, and that's certainly what Jodie is tackling here. And I know there are many books out there at the moment that are really giving women a voice that really have been in history but never written about and never talked about. Okay, so that's Jodie Picoult. All right, now listen, I've got a couple of things to talk to you about, as I always do. Authors on Authors. I don't know if you've tuned into YouTube, but you have to, because this is such great fun. We've had so many. We're going to put a snippet up of something, aren't we? Here we go. Now this is, what are we putting up? Sorry. Oh, Margaret.
And I think when you have that microcosm of community, then you have, both of us are writing crime thrillers, so something bad happens, and how how the community responds to that.
I'm writing my new one too, and the way that I write, I don't know if you're the same, but I never know who the killer is till about 50,000 words, or till roughly about, so it creeps up on me. So I think those characters and that mix of community is so interesting to write about. Do you?
So that's Authors on Authors, and you can watch those on YouTube, and we'll put a link in the comments. But, we've had Michael Connolly and Candice Fox, we've had Tim Aliff and Anna Downs, Margaret Hickey and Petronella McGovern. Who else have we had, people? We've had so many. I think there are 5 or 6 out. There's the live with Michael Rowbotham and Dunica McKenzie. That's coming out next week, actually. So look out for that. And we shot that in the office with the live audience, which was great fun. Okay, so that's Authors on Authors that I need to tell you about. I'm going to read some more comments. Cheryl Arkle, better reading. What are you reading? Right? Melissa says that she's reading The Studio Girls, which I've already read out by Lisa Island. Joy Bell, hi Joy Bell. Always lovely to see you. Thank you, Joy Bell. Joy Bell's reading Mothers and Daughters by Erica James and loving it. Carolyn says currently reading J.P. Pomare's 17 Years Later. This is the one that had me hooked from the very first page. Very well written. I get to meet him in September. My favourite detective at the moment is Mark Arrett. Okay, so that's Christine. Who's your favourite detective? Don't forget to tell us who your favourite fictional detective is. Okay, Janine says she loves Jack Hawksworth in Fiona McIntosh's books. That's another detective. Thanks, Christine. That's JP's 17 Years is his latest book, I think. Is that right? Yeah. So thank you for that review, Christine. He's such a great writer. I recorded a podcast with him too the other day. Beautiful conversation, and he's coming in to do an Authors on Authors with Michael Rowbotham. That should be so much fun. Okay, Bev is currently reading Cormoran Strike, and says The Covenant of Water is what she's reading. Yvonne is reading, oh gosh, I can't see it, is reading Back to Birdsville by Fiona McIntosh, I think. I can't see that. Well, Fiona MacArthur. Okay, all right. I can't see. They've changed the screen on me. They do things like this to me just to confuse me in front of you, right? That's what happens. Okay, now listen. Authors on Authors I've told you about. Better Ask Cheryl. That's for aspiring writers out there or established writers who want some guidance. If you want to talk to me, visit our website. It's called Better Ask Cheryl. You can make an appointment to talk to me for 45 minutes on Zoom, and you just follow the links and then book your appointment, okay? All right, now what else have we got? Oh gosh, we've got so many. Helen says, hi Cheryl, reading, has anyone seen Charlotte Salter? And listening to the Midnight Library, along with many others. You're getting through quite a bit, Helen. It's so impressive. I love it when people are reading multiple books because that really is something I can't do. Bev is currently reading A Lesson in Dying by Anne Cleves. Holly just finished The Creeper by Margaret Hickey. Isn't that wonderful? Holly, go and look at the Authors on Authors on YouTube with with Margaret talking to Petronella. It's fantastic. Stacey is reading The Wife's Secret by Barbara Hannay, and I don't think I've ever read a detective story. Too many books. Is that right, Stacey? That's very interesting. Not enough hours, definitely. Cheryl, your photo and book cover photos on the screen are very strange. Middle part of the screen distorted. Oh, okay. They look clearly. That could be our reception, so apologies for that if that's happening. Teresa, love Michael Rowbotham. I do too. I love Michael Rowbotham's books, and I love Michael Rowbotham himself. Currently reading Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone by Diana Gabaldon, the latest in the Outlander series, and it will keep me busy for a while because the Diana Gabaldon is 1,300 pages plus. I mean, that's 130,000, I think, is what that is. Wow. Okay, she always writes bricks of books. I had lunch with her once many years ago. I'm sure I've told you about that. Anyway, a fascinating woman. Holly says her favourite detective is Bosch, yes, and Ted and Amanda by Candace Fox. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, Carolyn is reading, Corriman Strike from the author Robert Galbraith, who we know who that is, and that's also Carolyn's favourite detective. Actually, I like him too. I just love him and all his odd traits. I agree with that, Carolyn. Helen, do I need to read the other ones before this? I'm gathering that you're talking about Michael Rowbotham. Would that be right? No, you don't. Most of Michael's books are the same characters, but they're all standalone. And same with Stormchild. This is the third book with the new characters of Evie Cormick and Cyrus Haven, but you can read it standalone. Okay. Meryl said she enjoyed the Aloysius Archer detective series by David Baldacci. Christine, absolutely loved listening to Margaret Hickey and Petronella. Great conversation. Thank you, Christine. It really is. It's on YouTube. Colleen, Yvonne, I have so many favourite detectives, but I have always liked Anne Cleves, Vera and Perez. There you go. So many to get through. Okay, I feel as though that I've finished my job here. Have I? Oh, no, I want to talk about Book Week, right? I want to talk about Book Week, and we're going to put up this little photo, and we're going to put up the book as well. Now, this is my great nephew. Can we just expand a little? Look at him dressed up as a cockroach. Is that not the cutest thing? Can you see him? And the book is called, so that's him at Book Week yesterday. And the book is called Your Holiday Was the Best. And he is that little boy, that little cockroach, that one up there, my little one, he is a voracious reader. And that is a really cute picture of him dressed up. Can we expand that photo a little bit? No, maybe not. Anyway, you can see him and you can see that he's very happy to be in that cockroach outfit. So he is my niece's son. So he's my great nephew, but I love that photo so much. Do you know, I was thinking about Book Week this week because it is Book Week, and maybe your children, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, apparently it's the kids that dress up, it's the teachers, it's parents, it could be anybody. But I was thinking about how much it's grown over the years, like since we were young. And I remember it just kind of being quite small and growing and growing. And when you compare it to something like Halloween, I find that Book Week has so much more meaning because it really is about story. And when you see little boys like that dressed up as a cockroach, there he is, dressed up as a cockroach and so happy to be representing a character out of a story, it just makes my heart melt, doesn't it? Anyway, if you've got photos of children that you know that are dressed up, please send them through. So that's Book Week. And there's just one last thing. Let me get through these. And there's one thing I have to do after that. Olivia says, hi, Cheryl. I'm still reading All the Colours of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. It's a long one, but a good one. Margaret is reading I'm Enjoying the Mother by T.M. Logan about a wife and mother falsely jailed for her husband's murder. It's really got me turning the pages. Fantastic. That's a great review. Christine says, your nephew is so cute. He is beautiful. He is so beautiful. Helen, have read all the Michael Rowbotham ones, and it was the creepier one. Yeah, that's right. Margaret says, cute nephew and cockroach outfit. I love that outfit so much. Hey, I want to introduce a new staff member, Britt. She's going to come up. She's new to Better Reading. I think this is week 1. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And she's going to pop in and just say hello to everyone. So this is Britt, everybody, that way.
This way.
There she is. Britt is joining us this week, and she's going to be with us hopefully for a very long time. Welcome, Britt. Say hello to her.
Hi everyone, very grateful to be here.
All right, that's it from us today. Thank you so much. Always love this segment. And what can I say? See you next time.